Oh, greetings there again, travelers. Welcome to another strange and peculiar update thing to try and break up the monotony of just uploading these stream highlights. And we actually got a drawing. This one actually we got done many moons ago, but this is one that we never inked and painted because honestly, I think for the past many of them I've just been showing the inks, but this one we get to see more of the pencil drawing and the sketch layer before we go into the inks, and we are just using a colored pencil, and we're using a Papermate 0.5. Lately I've been using, actually not lately, I've actually been using these ones for a couple years now, but I'm using this break resistant clear point 0.5 because it has this spring system up in here, and there's some cushion. It's weird, there's actually like some cushion to this because I was using a different mechanical pencil, one without like the spring, and every time I would draw on the gesso, it would just break. And so what's nice about this one is like, it's just nicely, there's a little bit of cushion within this pencil. It's just really nice. And yeah, this drawing was fun. We got some goth-esque chick with I guess a pegless bike up in here, kind of like spiked axles and straight cable. Yeah, little Bible up in here. It's pretty fun. But yeah, what's cool about these updates is we can shout some riders out, and that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna look into a particular trick up in here. Alright, let's check this trick out. Now the reason we're going to check this trick out is because we actually landed, I think, from this little highlight thing of the streams. I think this is the third one I ever started landing. And now I was first told that it was called a Switchfoot Circle K, but looking up some more videos on it, I've also heard some people say that it's also called a donut. So maybe it's a Switchfoot donut. Now this guy actually does call it a donut, and shoutouts to TT BMX, which is weird. This video barely has any views up on here. Oh my goodness, this only has 238 views, and it was from 16 years ago. Holy chalupa. But honestly, this clip is cool. He's riding in front of some sort of beach scene. Let's watch this up in here. And that is the trick. Man, that scene looks amazing, huh? I guess this is a Switchfoot donut he's doing right here. Yeah, that trick's cool. Now the ride out is hard. So the thing is like there's a bunch of different ride outs for this trick, but also there's also a lot of different combos you can do, and I can't do any of the combos yet, but there are a lot of combos and bar flip combos you can do with this trick. Now the thing is the first rider that got me even seeing what this trick even was the legend himself, Day Smith, and this is from Day Smith, Hardcore Sick Flatland, 1996. What in the world? How are people doing this trick in 1996? Because honestly, I feel like this trick was pretty challenging for me to learn, and yeah, shout out to Day Smith. But yeah, he's going into a hang 5. So this is the crazy thing. So I've been trying to learn it. I don't know how he's doing it from the hang 5. So basically, I think you have to hang 5 and then you make a really tight turn where you're about to go fakie, and then he goes it right when he hits that pinnacle of, I guess what I would call maybe even almost right before you go into a turbine. This is when he switches his foot over and then goes into I guess the Switchfoot donut right here. Let's check it out if we can see it. So see, this is the pinnacle right there. See how he's like about to go fakie right there? And I think this is what starts people's turbines. I'm not exactly sure if that's what starts a turbine, but that's when you really carve it like super tight and you're about to go fakie, and then you can start going fakie forward, fakie forward, fakie forward. I think that's a turbine, but I might be wrong on there. But yeah, right here, his pinnacle right there, and then boom, he switches into the Switchfoot donut right there. And he actually just does a one scuff donut right there. But then look at this. He does some sort of freaking half bar flip thing and then goes into, what is this called? Elephant glide. I don't even know what this trick is called, but it's some sort of other maneuver up in here. And then he's gonna hit his brakes, his front brakes right here, into another bar flip. I guess that's not even a bar flip. That's some sort of like half tail whip thing. And then he goes, look at this. He goes back into the Switchfoot donut. This is the reason why I actually started wanting to learn this trick, because I started noticing that Dave Smith I actually think Dave Smith is the master at this trick, but there's so many combos he just puts in and out of it. I'm like, what in the world? Like, how do you freaking combo all this stuff and then somehow go back into this thing? And I thought it was kind of like one of those tricks where, you know, it's kind of one of maybe his main link lines. It's kind of what I was thinking, though. Man, what a G dude. That dude was happy on that line. Shout out to Dave Smith. Let's watch some other combos up in here. Now, the other cool thing about these like update things is that there's actually a clip I was trying to find. I saw someone do, I've only seen one clip of it, but someone does a no-handed Switchfoot Circle K or Switchfoot Donut, whatever you want to call it, and he does it somehow no-handed. And I have so many playlists, and honestly, I think I might start making playlists in terms of maybe, maybe naming the trick and then adding videos to the playlist, because right now I just kind of have just Flatland playlists, and I just put my favorite Flatland videos in it. But there is, if you guys know what that video is, there's one rider, and he does a no-handed Switchfoot scuffing Circle K, and I'm like, what in the world? I don't know how he does it. Let's watch this combo. This is from I think a steamroller, so you can also go from a steamroller and go into the Switchfoot donut right up in there. And then shout outs to this rider too. This is from a really old competition, and this was from Jason Brown's second place Flatland Pro Worlds 1997. I guess they were really about that trick back in the day, huh? Yeah, shout out to this guy. I actually think he never touched his foot in his entire run, which is really, really gnarly. Alrighty. And then what's weird, after looking this up, it's strange because I didn't even know there's a whole different inside variation of this, and I actually thought this one's actually kind of funny. This one's called the Inside Circle K, How to Enter. And it's kind of funny. It's from some Japanese writer, and he says, mid-school doesn't care about bad floors. Now, I don't know fully about that, because I've met some people that grew up in that road with Dave Smith and stuff, and they're pretty picky about their floors, I'm going to be honest. So I don't know if that's completely there. But the cool thing is, if you guys like to ride Flatland at skate parks, just be prepared. Honestly, a lot of skate parks, I guess the skate parks that I grew up at, you know, I go to, some of their floors are not level at all. Some of them are just like fully just like, they're kind of janky at times. But let's watch this one up in here. Where is it? Where it be up in here? Okay, so he's starting from some sort of, I guess, steamroller, and then he goes into it right there. Interesting. Does he? I think he slow-mos it down so he can see it in a slow-mo aspect. So yeah, not only can you do it on the outside, but also there is a inside variation to this combo. And you can also do it brakeless, because this guy is brakeless up in here. Interesting. Nicely done. And shout outs to the Aries Bikes for that how-to. It's kind of weird. Some of these how-tos are kind of like, they kind of just show the trick. They don't really like talk about it too much. I mean, sometimes they add things like, you know, maybe go in from this trick into this trick into this trick. But I've been noticing some Flatland how-tos are kind of like that. They're just like, you just do this trick into this trick into this trick, or this ride in into this ride in. It's kind of funny, right? But anyway, everybody, I guess this concludes this weird update thing.